Hey there guys, and welcome back. So this is a new game I'm trying out. This is, as you can see at the bottom screen here, a demo version of it. One of those things, I looked at this game and I wasn't sure if it's be a game I'd want to play often. That's why we're on the demo. And I went ahead and even played through the first day basically of the demo on my other user, which is why it's not here. So that is where we're at. Therefore, I have an idea of basically everything that is going to happen in the first day, basically. But after that, I am blind. I just want to make sure that it was not like super lame and it was playable on a stream. I've done that before. And therefore, another thing is, because this is a demo, I will go ahead and up the difficulty and put on permadeath, because it is just a demo. We're not trying to, beat the game or something. I don't even know if the game has a beat safe, an end state rather. A game over, a victory screen. I'll go ahead and leave this stuff off just because I don't understand most of these, and as well as down here, I will leave these as they're at, slower obviously would be more difficult for EXP, but we'll just stick to hardcore and permadeath to have a little bit of fun here. As for the game, it appears to be a mobile port over to Steam. And as you can see here, it does have a lot, well, this is avatars, so this is not so much, but it does have a lot of options for characters starting out, and then it has some, as far as I can tell, skills. It does not appear to have a skill tree. It does not appear to have skills and spells that you unlock later. It simply has skill and spell level up costs, is what it appears to have. And as you can see, these basically static bonuses, static bonuses for your class, there's a lot of them. One of those deals, a lot of them looks good, I just don't know how reasonable it actually is, I don't know how many of these are actually viable in long term. But I was looking through the list yesterday and they do have crit stuff, so we will be doing crit stuff because crit is the best way to play, as you all know. As for animations, the game, as far as I can tell, doesn't really have animations. It's mostly just text and static images, so be ready for that. Also, I don't think there's a way to speed this up. I read through it yesterday, but I don't want to particularly... Oh, okay, we can scroll. Excellent. Okay, we can scroll. I was afraid of skipping it yesterday because I wanted to read through it. But it looks like I do not need that. I do not have any reason to be afraid of that. So, just trying to take a sip of water. I was running around cleaning before we got started here. So, a little bit dehydrated. The city of Ashbourne was once a place of peace and prosperity, a bustling trade hub at the heart of the old empire, rivaled only by the capital in its golden splendor. At the height of its power, the empire ruled the known world, dispensing wisdom and justice in equal measure to all its subjects. Until, in their blind hubris, sages of the Sun Court overreached in their arcane experiments and shook the very foundations of the world. They made the tear, a breach into the fabric of existence, from which the dark crept into the world, and locked the hearts and minds of mankind in its cold embrace. Hordes of otherworldly monstrosities followed in its wake and, slowly, inch by bloody inch, swarmed the land in all directions. The empire fell, and the better part of human civilization on the old continent crumbled to dust with it. In the years that followed, the city of Ashbourne, a mere shadow of its former glory, endured in the north, shielded by high mountains and its mighty walls. Beset by constant threats from the unnatural veil of darkness looming on the horizon and vicious creatures lurking in its shadows, the city saw a steady influx of adventurers and mercenaries over the years, one and all seeking to amass riches or unveil mysteries that lie at the heart of the world. Well, at the heart of the world, shattering calamity. For as we all know, danger and opportunity come hand in hand. Like many others, you have come to Ashbourne seeking fame and fortune, responding to the city council's ever-increasing demand for manpower and promises of gold. Your destination? The fabled remains of the old imperial city, once the center of the civilized world, nowadays ruined, said to contain vast treasures in its gloomy hall. As you make your way through the city, you realize it is in a dire state. Signs of a recent siege evident on chaotic streets and dismayed faces of passerbys. A slim pretense of control is maintained only by the presence of mercenary companies employ of the city council and dwindling garrison of the city guard. You walk by a tavern, a worn sign swaying in the wind betraying the name, the Dancing Dragon, and decide against having a drink. You will need all your wits about you for what's to come. Finally, you reach the parapet, overlooking the valley below. In the distance, not too far to the south, a thick wall of impenetrable darkness obscures the horizon at the source of all the trouble. The tear, a wound in the fabric of reality, leaking foul things from the dark. You can feel its alien presence gnawing at your sanity even at this distance, and you ponder, with no small amount of dread, how it must be to endure this encroaching horror every day. As you watch the black clouds gather and advance slowly but steadily across the evening sky, the color of dried blood, doubt takes root in your mind, and you wonder, not for the first time, if this was a good idea. One thing is for certain, however, you have a grim quest ahead of you. Alright, and as I said, I've already gone through this tutorial here. Basically, this is funny because this city hall thing, it makes it sound like you gotta click here each and every time. You see how it says you can collect it after each dungeon run? That seems to be automatic as far as I could tell on the first run, on the first dungeon run. I don't know why it's even here, frankly, because it's not clickable. So, Dancing Dragon, as you can see, replies, it's basically an inventory house, is what it is. And it also has a gambling thing, though that was not unlocked on the first day. Also has bounties. That's another important thing. As far as I can tell with bounties, again, just playing through the first day, first dungeon run, I think you can have as many as you can carry, basically, but I don't really know how that works yet. Again, I have not got that far. Spells are evidently a big thing in this game. Any class can use spells, so they are not locked to only magic classes. And then you also have skills, which are one of those things. As in many, unfortunately, games, spells and skills are more or less the same exact thing. You know, there's not many games where there's much of a difference between a spell and a skill in real concrete means. Maybe a spell has an MP cost, but even if a spell has an MP cast and a cost and a cooldown, many skills often have either a cooldown just as long or longer, which is more or less the same cost as MP, or otherwise take other things as requirements. So I couldn't tell much difference between picking out skills and picking out spells aside from their effect. Journal, etc. As you can see, active quests and bounties, and then history and lore. World map is how you go to dungeons. And it didn't, I could have swore last time it actually told me about the blacksmith, but maybe I just clicked on the blacksmith and it gave me, okay, yeah, it does the tutorial once you get here. So you can upgrade your weapons and armor. Weapons are, I believe you actually just get them from the Dancing Dragon, or maybe you find them in whatchamacallit. Anyway, again, I don't see any reason not to accept quests at this point. As you can see, actually, let's come down here to journal, because I didn't come to journal the first time. So, bounties, quests. Okay, so they actually give you a whole bunch of quests to start out with. I did not realize. And I'm imagining these are just going to come naturally, honestly. I'm assuming these are pre-generated because you're just automatically going to do them as you play the game. And okay, so this is item creation, a little bit of alchemy metagame, I guess. class, the training grounds. So after you complete a dungeon, there's a chance that the city will be besieged, at which point we come in here, or we don't come in here, but we get access to these 3 factions right here. And as you can see, they have A, manpower, which is HP, B, morale, which is basically effectiveness in combat, and C, strength and weaknesses. So you don't know, with the exception of one skill that you get in the siege, what is going to come to attack you. So this strength and weakness thing kind of is a blind luck. However, I'll talk more about the siege when we actually get there. May as well save that for a moment. Come back up here. As you can see, there's some base building here. And our character, obviously. Basic stuff, nothing really to write home about. And there is health and sanity. I believe monsters sap sanity, that's my assumption, but I haven't actually lost any sanity yet, so we'll see what happens. Our character class does give us sanity back on crits, so if sanity does become an issue, that is at least a bonus for us. And I will start out over here. Last time there was a crit, if I recall correctly. Yeah, keen high. So I'll go ahead and unlock this because always build crit. So as you can see, does not appear to be any trees here, any skill trees. It appears you just buy skills and then level them up. So that's that. That is the overview for right now. These are clickable as well in case you wanted to click here instead of on the menu on the left-hand side. Otherwise, as you can see, I cannot click the city of Ashbourne here. So yeah, nothing really there. Settings up here. I haven't actually gone into that, but not particularly worried about it. So here we go. We'll be going into the first dungeon, the Sunken Grotto. A complex... wow, let me try that again. A complex of caves stretching along the shore of the northern basin. No one knows for sure how far these caves go, but they are large and wide enough to house all sorts of miscreants and monsters. From bandits and thieves hiding from the law, to foul beasts and undead crawling about. One can never be too cautious when exploring the grotto, as one never knows what dangers might be lurking around the next corner. And then here you have a list of enemies that you can preview. I'm assuming, again, that, well, first off, the character classes do have bonuses against enemies. If you pick such a class, there are classes that give you bonuses against enemies, so that's a bonus, and I'm assuming there are probably also weapons and spells that do the same, so that's where we're at. So, basically, how this is going to work, rather than having you read through all this, we do have permanent dawn, so, we will die permanently. Let's just click through. The supplies are passive healing, it looks like. One of those things, again, I didn't really notice on my first playthrough through. But how this is going... Okay. I'll read this first. Stop interrupting me, game. It is said that in centuries past, when the old empire was at the height of its power, Sunken Grotto was a part of Ashbourne proper. It served as a complex of harbors and warehouses for goods traded across the northern basin. Today, however, it is just a vast stretch of underground caves, dark, damp, unpleasant, and crawling with undead and bandits who use it as staging grounds for harassing the city. If the city council's advisors are to be trusted, you'll find 2 of your targets here. The so-called Prince of Thieves, surrounded with his army of miscreants and marauders, should be your first concern. After he is dealt with, there is the Baron of Bones. This undead menace is rumored to reside somewhere in the lower levels of the grotto, in a chamber made from the bones of his enemies. Alright, cool. So, here's the map. And basically, each time you move, you uncover a square. The square may have stuff in it, like in combat or random drops or whatnot. If you go back onto a square that you have already uncovered, At that point, you run a risk of getting a ambush. Our class, or not our class, but our buddy, our Falcon buddy, gives us I believe gives us a chance to avoid that, and as well does the Keen Eye ability, if I recall correctly. Wherever that's at. Alright, here's Hunting Falcon. Okay, so Hunting Falcon, no, but Keen Eye does. Again, wherever that's at. Keen Eye. So, -1% ambush chance. So, the random encounters were a hair less likely to run into because of that ability, but otherwise, random encounters do not give you nearly as good stuff, according to the text, the tutorial, etc., as just clearing the square the first time. So the point is, and between that and the supplies, because again, supplies run out as you traverse the cave, you want to try to be as efficient as possible. So we will do that, and it's just keyboard movement. I believe you can also click, but yep, you can also click. All right, leaving the dungeon. If you leave the dungeon, you're good. You know, that's the end of the dungeon. You go back to town, you maybe get a siege, and then you can get some more money and, you know, your daily gold and restock, etc., etc., etc. We have not gotten anything from this dungeon yet, so that is not a good idea. So we will hit no. And I'm trying to, as you can tell, clear this in a way that minimizes, so let's see, yeah. That minimizes our chances of overlap. So, there. Okay, so that's the path we'll take, right? That worked out? Yes, okay. So, that is the path I will be going. Zigzag this way. And this is funny because in my first run, I actually hit, by this point, by the time I had this much map cleared out, like a treasure box and 3 encounters. So either whatever supplies we're going to get is just in this small section of the map, or the random generation is really not on our side this time. Alright, there's some money. And there's a combat. Alright, here we go. So this is very, very simple. It is just spam attacks and try not to die. As far as I can tell, there's nothing really to, oh, actually, you know what? I don't think I picked up Keen Eye last time, now I'm thinking about it. I think I actually picked up Crit Spell last time, because I recall having a ability right here, and I don't have an ability this time. So, this will actually be different for me than the first time, because I do not have an activated ability, and I don't know just how big, or I guess I'll find out how big of a difference that activability makes. So as you can see, I get 2 actions per turn, he gets an action. And that's that. Here, as far as I can tell, you just automatically collect everything, unlike other games. For example, we were playing a dark room, right? And in a dark room, you gotta pick your inventory out, or hit collect all if you have space. So that's a bit different. Yeah, and as you can see, we've got passive healing from the supplies, so we're up by a few HP for the squares that we traveled without running into encounter. So between this skeleton and this armored skeleton, if you were just reading that text, it said that the armored makes them receive less damage. One of those things, with as basic as a combat system as this is, again, just spamming, you're better off killing the weakest thing first, so long as they have roughly the same amount of damage, just because taking extra attacks is, taking twice as many attacks more than makes up for the, you know, difference in ability. Most of the time it seems like it. Again, have only just barely played this game, so don't know for certain, but so you can see this is, they were dealing about the same amount of damage, so killing that one off first reduced damage to me by 50%. So, one of these things, even if this takes me 3 rounds of combat to kill, because I'm dealing 2 and 5 instead of, oh, and actually it looks like, oh, armored skeleton used defend. Okay, so I'm going to deal less damage here. And if I get a crit, I win. I do not get a crit. So that is combat again. Soulstone, first time I'm getting this. Let's see. SRES, special resistance, I guess. So cool. And again, as you can see, just clicking on it doesn't actually add it to my inventory, so it should just, yeah, it just hops into my inventory. Alright, so we are now through the dungeon. We've cleared everything out. We've gotten all the supplies we can. Again, if we wanted to screw around a little bit and try to generate some random encounters to exchange HP for goods, we can do that. Actually, I'll go ahead and do that. Last time I just exited as soon as I had the map cleared, but let's see what happens. Let's see what we get for this. Again, I wish combat was a bit more interesting, but this is only the first level, so that's where we're at. And if I go left here, obviously, so I should have planned that out better. I could have used one more supply, but yes. Oh, and that leave actually did cost me one supply. Okay, so that's good to know. And we did not get a siege, so a siege is not guaranteed on the first day, evidently. Very interesting. So this is very much randomly generated. Very interesting. So as you saw, or as you can see, my gold is just my gold. Again, I haven't gotten any notification that I received 20 gold. I come to the city council chambers, nothing there. I can't click here to collect my 20 gold, so I guess I just gotta trust that I got my 20 gold for the day, because we are on day 2. So, not that one actually, the Mystic War. There we go. This I believe is the ability, yeah, so this plus 2 damage, plus 2 crit is what I bought the first time, cost 225 gold. I did not have that. We're gonna check up in our dudes. It doesn't appear that their morale changed at all. I was curious about that. I wasn't sure if the morale changed day to day, but the morale does not appear to change, and I'm assuming their HP stays the same so long as they have not been in combat. So in that case, I'm going to hold on to my money, because we haven't used any items yet, and attempt to go through the next dungeon so that hopefully we get enough money to unlock that spell. Oh, there we go. There's my 20 gold. So you actually have to try to leave town in order to get your 20 gold. That is funny. That is very weird. That is very, very weird. Okay. I forget, what was this? Oh, we gotta defeat that anyway. Alright, so this looks like a simple zigzag pattern. Now, the funny thing is that on my first run, I don't know why, but I believe I had to scroll the map on my first run yesterday. So, I'm not sure what's up with that. Wow. No encounters. There we go. Encounters. I just want to attack them. Please. Thank you. Okay, so I'm already down quite a bit of HP. I'm more than half, which is a little scary. Because we still don't know where the dungeon exit is. And I don't... Oh, actually Can I just collect that now? Okay, I can just collect... Okay, evidently you can just collect bounties on the fly. Which is a little silly to me. I feel like that's something you should have to go back to the guild house for. But, okay, you can just collect them in town, or outside. Alright, and we got some lore. And if you can hear, let's see. So it looks like my microphone's only barely picking it up right now, although one of those things I don't know how loud that actually translates to on your end. But I do have a neighbor mowing right now, so apologies if you are hearing that. So, a Scattered Lore, Volume 25. Religion, the Imperial Pantheon. The pantheon of the Old Empire consists of major and minor deities. Minor gods were counted in hundreds, and nearly every aspect of everyday life, no matter how menial, had a deity associated with it. There is no way to be certain, but it is speculated that those were no more than superstitious beliefs with little grounds in reality. Major deities were another matter altogether. Their presence very much felt and documented in arcane texts from many temple ruins and the Sun Court itself. Most major gods were associated with primordial planes of existence, realms of abstraction which, through mutual interaction, give shape to the material world and are the primary source of magic. And this, again, back to randomly generated, is I did find a scroll in the first level in my first playthrough, and it was very much different from that. It was very different lore from that, which is interesting. Oh no! I just realized I was out of supplies. Oh. This is a problem. Self-delusion. Okay. What is Soma? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I only had 14 supplies as far as I could tell. Plus any HP. So I may not have had any supplies coming into here. Huh. Returns to sanity. Healing potion. Oh no! Okay, this is the stupidest thing. I dropped it. Okay. I've done this before. I did this in the first round too. I tried clicking it just to read it, and I thought drop was cancel. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Well, we need to use our healing potion at this point. And we do have to get out of dodge. I've never tried exiting through the front door before, but we will attempt to. These things are evidently unknown. Alright. Well, evidently I have no idea what any HP is. I can see my HP bar though, so I know I'm not doing too bad. Although we do have to get out afterwards. Hopefully these guys are rats carrying mystical potions of healing. That would be good. Are the rats carrying... Nope, rats are not carrying mystic potions of healing. Okay, so retreating from the dungeon costs 20 gold. Understood. We made a mistake here. Obviously. So Dancing Dragon. Well, again, I don't think we have any limits on bounties, so may as well. Okay, here's supplies. Okay, we have bought supplies. I'm gonna hang out on the sanity for a hot second and see what happens. Again, we're playing this a little risque right now, but no, not yet. Oh, and we wrapped around. Oh, the dungeon wraps. I did not know that. I do not recall it telling me that they wrapped. Okay, records fragment found. Oh, actually, this is what I found the first one. The first playthrough, this is exactly what I found on the first level. Interesting. So I don't know if this is important for the quest, you know, for a mainline quest, which is why I got it in both runs. So it's possible that there are certain things that you're guaranteed to pick up in both runs. That'll be interesting to find out. In the ruins of an old Imperial outpost, you find a sealed document wearing the insignia of the Sun Court. It reads as follows. I'm going to change my voice for this one because it's a random other dude. Records of Sage Asmodeus of the Sun Court, Imperial Capital, 10 BT, Entry 1. Sorting through some obscure texts of the cult of the All-Seeing, I have stumbled upon an interesting passage. It describes a place where everything a person can imagine becomes reality, literally, by the process of thinking alone. It seems like a foolish notion at first, but having nothing better to do at the time, I decided to entertain the idea, and have made some interesting discoveries along the way. I have since encountered at least 12 mentions of a similar phenomenon in various ancient texts from the Central Library. I will have to look into this in more detail when my duties allow. Combat. Dire Rat. So again, I'm assuming the Dire Rat only deals marginally more damage, so better to just murderize the smaller rat first. Dire Rat just at 9 compared to 4, so the Dire Rat maybe was the better target. Okay, Dire Rat only dealt 4 that time, so 9 must have been a critical. Okay, actually Dire Rat used Rend Flesh. It looks like... No, Dire Rat attacked for 9. Okay. I was just reading through the chat log to see if there was something else. But it did use Rend Flesh on the first round for 4 damage. And then the second one dealt 9. So I don't know if Rend Flesh put a debuff on me, and which caused the other one to deal extra damage. And another combat. I really don't know, so let's kill the thing that looks like a mage because mages are scary. Alright, it is a hedge wizard, evidently. Mark target. So I'm probably going to take a bunch of damage here. I do not have a healing potion available, so let's hope that we get through this, and we might have to just skedaddle. Alright, cool. We got through it, and we are going to skedaddle. Oaken tea, unless that is healing. What is this? +1 arm ingredient. Arm. Oh, +1 armor. Okay, arm is armor. Okay, make sure mind and body. Mind and body. Numb your mind and body to external stimuli, pain included. Okay, so it's armor. I still don't think that's a good idea to continue though because we are nearly dead. So, okay, that's an ambush. We will be retreating. We successfully... Oh no. Oh no. Yes, leave. Okay. Level up. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. +2 health, +5 supplies. Cool. So 25 and 31 is 54 or 56. So that's worth it now. I mean, that's good that we got that. Ancestral rites. Ritual bonfires are lit all around the city as scores of people gather in the streets in silent prayer and meditation. A sense of calm and serenity envelops Ashbourne, if only for the day. +2 sanity. Cool. I'll take it. So, we do not have enough money for the spell yet. We should top up our supplies, and we do have to heal. So, again, I don't see any reason. Okay, we did run out of quest room. Good to know, good to know. Okay. Here is the gambling. The gambling is now active, it looks like. I will not gamble. You may be asking, why do you play great character if you're not going to gamble? That is a very valid question. All I know is that I want this spell first. I would very much like this spell, and where's my character at? Down here. Where's my HP? Alright, we do full heal. Okay, we do full heal. That's good. What was the level up on Kenai? How much did that cost? What is this X button? Can I... I guess maybe you can dismiss your... what you call it, your buddy. Let's double check on the training ground. These numbers look the same, and the morale looks the same. Average, good, great. Alright, so long as we don't get sieged, I don't think there's any reason to show back up at the training grounds. And Guild House was the skills. So 350 is the next level of Kenai, and also requires character level 5. So we will not be getting Kenai anytime soon, it doesn't look like. So we'll collect our 20 gold, we're trying to leave, and then go ahead and actually leave. Now this is one question. Oh, not available in demo. I wasn't sure if you were supposed to clear these in order or not, was the other question. Actually, let me go back over to journal really quick. Journal, bounties. Okay, I don't see anything that says, collect. So, that was what I was looking for, in case we could collect and pick up that last bounty from the Dragon Tavern. So, here we go, Sunken Grotto. And here we go. You recall me saying that I recalled having to scroll. So this is a bigger map, it looks like. I guess, I assume. So I may have gotten really unlucky, question mark, on my first playthrough. Or my first attempt. Run. However you say that. Alright, let's see really quick. Yeah, and then we can zigzag back. Okay, cool. Why is madness? Why? My sanity is fine. I have supplies. See, I assumed that the fear manifest last time. I assumed that was because I literally was out of supplies. And I was at half sanity. That's why I figured. But we're at 8 out of 10 sanity, so I don't see why it should matter. Oh, actually, that's the other thing I should mention. I'm just looking at combat here. I don't recall my spell actually requiring MP. I don't recall getting an MP bar for having a spell. So, dark clouds gather above you with unnatural urgency, coming from the south. I'm inside of a cave right now. Okay, whatever. And bringing with them torrential rain so strong as to make further traveling impossible. Having no other choice, you decide to find shelter to weather the storm. Failure. Ow. That's annoying. Found 14 gold. Art of Antiquity. Scouring the ruins for valuables, you happen upon an imposing stone sculpture. By the looks of it, the long-dead sculptor has depicted one of the emperors from the last dynasty before the tearing. The regal face is unimpressive, however, except for the eyes, which gleam with a faint purple glow. Upon closer inspection, you realize they are made out of omnium. Go for the eyes. Always go for the eyes. Having neither shame nor respect for the fine antiquarch, you go straight for the eyes of his imperial majesty, but to no avail. The statue is unaffected by your feeble attempts and only keeps glaring at you mockingly. After some time, you just give up and continue on your journey. Dope. Alright, where's the exit? Alright, spam click. Spam click. Spam click. Spam click. Oh, shoot. I didn't realize clicking that would automatically trigger. Okay. I didn't take less damage after the second one, so I guess defend is only really useful if you know the enemy is going to be launching some massive attack on you. That's my guess. We might be in trouble here. Where is DOS exit? There we go. Yes, leave. Cool. Alright. Well, that was not terribly eventful. We do, however, have collectively enough gold to get our spell. That is good. So let's grab that spell, plus 2 crit. And we can... I forget what was in here. Oh, general store. Actually, I don't think I ever went in here. I don't recall coming in here last time. So, that is a longsword. Plus 2 crit. This is plus 2 crit. Alright, this is the next thing we're buying, assuming it's still here. I don't know if it... Oh, anti-there mechanism. Very nice. Very nice. Plus 10 item selling price. Cool, cool, cool. Huh, okay. 125 for plus 4 HP. I guess we don't have the gold. Or there's my gold, 36. So because there's 2 marigold items like this, I'm assuming this is randomly generated. In which case, we, well, there's healing potion. I'm gonna buy that. In that case, heals 25 HP. Oh, and gunpowder replaced the one I bought. So yeah, I'm guessing this shop is randomly generated, for one. Which means that these may not be here next time we come back. And I spent all my money and cannot buy supplies. Alright, well, it is time to gamble, gentlemen. Because we're not doing anything with 6 gold to begin with. Gamble it on 6. 1! Oh my goodness. Alright, well, we do not have supplies. This is a little bit of an issue. So, let's see what happens if we try to leave immediately. Because it costs us 20 gold, but we get 20 gold back. Oh, man. Alright, spell, arcane binding, and attack. Alright, we got 8 gold. Good to know. We can travel without supplies because we have this healing potion, I guess. So I guess we will attempt to see how far we get before we starve to death. So is it any time... Why does that look bigger? That does not look like the other ones. I'm wondering whether or not it's any time self-denial. Alright, that was very successful. We did get gold from our doubt. That's good. Alright, I guess we leave. Cool. Festivities. City Council organizes a lavish festival to honor the fallen who lost their lives in Ashbourne's defenses, which has not happened in several days because I've been here nearly a full week and we still haven't run into a siege, which is crazy. Drinks at the Dancing Tavern are on the house all night long. Alright, well, that was a major bonus for us. So now we can buy supplies. Have a few drinks. This one's for 0 gold. We are now back. I think we're back to full sanity. Yeah, that should be our sanity. So, there we go. We now have supplies. And you know what? To celebrate having supplies, here is 25 on 6. 5. Alright, dang. Alright, let's go. Dark manifestations. As you venture further into the grotto, you notice that the dark has a curious effect on your mind and surroundings. When you feel a particularly strong emotion, or a negative aspect of your psyche becomes dominant, be it conscious or unconscious, it comes to life, so to speak, given form by the mysterious force emanating from the tear. Sometimes these manifestations are just misshapen monsters, and sometimes they wear familiar faces, resembling people you know, friend and enemies both. Whatever the case, they are always hostile, and Once they appear, you have no choice but to send them back to whatever nether realm they sprung from. Thank you for giving me this one after I've already been fighting like half a dozen of them. Thanks. Glad to have the lore now that we've already been through several combats with them. Nah, we're not leaving yet. We actually have supplies this time. A chance encounter. You walk leisurely down the road when you are suddenly accosted by a rider on a beautiful chestnut bay. We are not in the road, we are underground. His clothes are dirty and torn, and his general demeanor is that of a man who has seen too much. He presents himself as a scout in the service of the City Council of Ashbourne, and claims to have surveyed the surrounding area, collecting the information vital for the city's defenses. Reluctantly, you confess that you are, in fact, also in the employ of the Honorable Council, and on a mission of some import yourself. Glad to assist a fellow in distress, the man offers to share some of his findings with you. Hear him out. The scout makes a few hasty notes on your map, indicating the position of nearby enemy sightings. When he is done, you offer your thanks and earnestly salute the man. He responds in kind, even overdoes it a little bit, and is soon on his way back to Ashbourne. Nearby enemies revealed. But I kind of want to fight. Let's see. Yeah, where this is still... I mean, I want to fight. So... A duel. Rounding corner, you find an armored-clad individual blocking your way. He claims to be a renowned duelist called Fablazo, and has traveled far and wide in search of a worthy opponent. He offers you a small coin pouch should you accept his challenge and emerge victorious. On guard! After a long fight, you emerge victorious. Your opponent smirks, gritting his teeth. He stands up, hands you his pouch, and then leaves in the direction you came from, limping slightly. Satisfied, you pocket the pouch and continue on your way. Knowing you have a story to tell, you get back to the dancing dragon. Plus 31 gold. Easiest GP I've ever made. Weapon. Die. Nice. Cool. Ooh, double armored skeleton. Murderize. Fine, I was attacking you, so... you die anyway. Nice defense, bro. Easy game, easy life. Die a rat. Yeah, see, there's no actual MP in this game, so... Spells are basically skills. The rat, unfortunately, was not carrying anything of value. So let's see, we can either zigzag. Zigzagging is not a good idea. We can zigzag like this, and then zigzag like that. Yeah, so we'll zigzag in that orientation. We should have enough supplies to make it out. The funny thing is that Scattered Lore Volume 24, I'm pretty sure was the same thing, and Religion General was this... Oh no, I guess the Religion Pantheon is what we had before. Okay. Scattered Lore Volume 24. Religion General. The ancient records from the Sun Court suggest that old Imperials worshipped a pantheon of gods, as many as there are stars in the sky. An exaggeration, most likely, but one that demonstrates a point nonetheless. After the tearing, however, large majority of those gods were forgotten, if not outright abandoned by the people who witnessed firsthand silence and impotence of their chosen objects of worship in the face of the unprecedented calamity that was the tear. Only a handful of old religions survived the tearing, deeply rooted in secretive cults and smaller religious communities on the fringes of society. Most people of the continent, however, turn to themselves and their own devices, depending on their own ingenuity and perseverance instead of divine favor. Funny thing is that almost doesn't sound like it's from the same record based on the previous lore segment that we read. Free GP. Nice. And now we zigzag up. And now we murder people. Murder Probo, go! Oh, we didn't kill him. Alright, we are going to have to heal soon. Let's see. Let's use the marigold. Use. Continue. Murder the guys. I'm imagining bandits are more dangerous than grave robbers. Alright, and we have completed. Yes. Not quite level 3 yet. Collect our wages. And we still haven't seen a siege. We still haven't seen a siege. That's ridiculous. Okay. Supplies. 25, 65, so we're over by 10, right? Did we complete any quests? No. Okay, this quest doesn't even give as much as the other ones. Well, that actually does give more. So this guy's only 15, so let's abandon mountain. I don't know if there's anything wrong with abandoning bounties. All I know is that killing rats and Muatua is way easier. There's that. And we have 126. I guess we'd look at the various assortments. Okay, so yeah. So there are some weapons. Flaming Sword would have been cool, but we don't have the money for it. Okay, it's only +1 damage. So Longsword is better than Flaming Sword. Good to know. Good to know. +3 damage against orcs for some reason. Troll Blood. I wonder if 5 turns also includes traveling the map, taking 5 steps on the map, because that'd be useful. That seems pretty useful, because that allows you to, whatchamacallit. Alright, this is cool. That's weird. Okay, I don't know what that actually does, though. I mean, it has to be refined. I don't know how we do it, is what I meant. Alright. Dried meat. That's actually pretty good, I think. I'll take that. Heal for damage received sounds pretty good, honestly. 50 gold. So if we look at that as 50 gold and we assume that we take, let's see, how long? It says short time. It doesn't tell us how many rounds that is. If it's 1 round, we can expect to take 8 damage in 1 round at the level we're currently at. So that's only 50 gold for heal 8. So if we need this 50 gold to outdo the potion of healing, so 50 gold, so this is 60 plus 40 is 100 healing. So 50 gold gets you 100 healing out of a healing potion. So we'd have to get over 10 rounds, expecting 8 damage a round for the potion, for this potion to work. So that does not seem useful. That seems very useful for boss fights. Alright, honestly, the marigolds, as low level as we are right now, 25 HP is actually reasonable, so I think I am going to buy one of those. And did I already top up my... Yeah, okay, I already did supplies. I'm not going to gamble again because we're close to actually buying, or we were close to buying something, and then we went and spent some money. Again, this should not have changed because we haven't had a combat, and we're not doing anything else over here, so back into Das Dungeon. Alright, and immediately into a fight. This is not a die rat. Why are you here? Alright, let's see. This might get a little messy with my zigzagging, but it makes most sense to me to go this path so that we can clear out. Otherwise, it's a matter of like trying to do a wraparound. That's the other way to have done this. So to have gone left, come all the way down to here, come all the way up to here, and then right there, and then come here, and all the way back around to over here. That's the other path that we could have taken. This one looks like it's probably going to get a little bit messy. The only decision point at this point is whether or not down, up, over, so down. So we can take this. Yeah, okay. So that's how we'll do it. We'll go down to the second to last row, over, all the way back up, and then wrap around. So that's the other way we can complete this. Daggers and Roses. A scrawny youngster in a cheap-looking suit of armor, much too big for his lithe frame, sits on a large boulder just ahead of you. When he notices you approach, he flashes a charming smile and waves you over with an unusual dose of enthusiasm only a sheltered youth can muster with credibility. He seems green, not a day of combat experience to his name, and you wonder, aloud, what he's doing out here all alone. Ready and eager to assuage your curiosity, he claims to be the leader of Daggers and Roses, the most magnificent mercenary band the world has ever seen. Pretty soon they will be heading out to brave the dreadful ruins in the Imperial capital, and the terror itself, poised to banish the darkness once and for all. Riches and glory await. Your eyebrows raise in incredulity. You consider your next words carefully. Encourage him, send him home, leave. Encourage him, send him home, leave. Alright, so here's the thing. This is a grimdark, okay? This is a grimdark setting, in theory. I mean, it frankly has not been terribly grimdark so far. But in theory, it's a grimdark. So we really should send him home. But, if he actually ends up making it big, we should encourage him. Oh no. Oh no. You applaud the youngster for his bravery and commitment, admitting being just a little bit jealous of his band's upcoming exploits and inevitable fame. He beams with pride, his bony cheeks coloring and chest puffing out as he invites you to join him on his quest as his sidekick. You respectfully... Oh my goodness, I can't talk anymore. You respectfully decline his offer, but wish him luck nonetheless, and you two part ways. He heads out south, following the darkness looming the far horizon, while you remain in place, wondering at the consequences of your words and actions. Why did I lose sanity for that? Dude's gotta be responsible for himself. I don't know, game. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't feel guilty. Art of Antiquity. Yeah, alright. It's this guy again. We are going for the eyes again. We will get him this time. We are going to get this omnium out of this stupid, annoying statue. Oh! We did not. Alright, and that is the bottom of this line, so we are zigging and zagging. Combat. Die rat. Yes, we got a die rat. Arcane. Murderize. Murderize. Ow. Oh no. That was a mistake. Can we crit? Can we please crit? What happened? There we go. Nature's bounty. You find yourself in a small grove overgrowing with berry bushes, most of them ripe for the picking. Overjoyed, you get yourself a full bowl of sweet blackberries in no time. I will eat them now because I am relatively low on supplies and I'm missing health. So hopefully these are not poison. Yay! They're not poison. We do not regain any supplies, however. Stoneheart Shrine. You find yourself standing in the silent entrance hall of the Shrine of the Stoneheart. Its interior is aesthetic and unimposing, and a broken sculpture that once might have resembled a heart dominates the center. I think we're gonna search the place only because I'm still at 8 out of 10 and I'm full HP. So I don't need sanity back and I don't need HP back, so I'm not expecting prayer to do me any good. So we will search the place and we got gold. Nice. No, we will not leave. Oh. Grave robbers. Are these on my bounty? These might be on my bounty list. Murder. I just realized, ever since getting the fear, what you call it? You know, you may be afraid. Ever since then, we haven't run into any embodiments of fear. That is hilarious. Ancient Sarcophagus. You find an old stone sarcophagus. Its heavy lid engraved with intricate murals and arcane symbols you cannot decipher. It could contain all kinds of burial treasure, but there's no way to be sure while it remains sealed shut. Break it or lift the lid. So, in all reality, breaking it. I mean, well, it says stone sarcophagus. Okay, it says stone sarcophagus. I was gonna say a regular sarcophagus. I would expect to actually be easier to break than to lift the lid in case the lid is, you know, wired down. But in this situation, I guess we will try to lift the lid because it's a stone sarcophagus. Nice. The lid is cold to the touch and very heavy, but you somehow manage to get a grip and lift it, revealing buried valuables inside. Catalyst. Catalyst. I can't click it. I don't know what it does. Alright, catalyst. Ingredient. Okay, so this is for the combining items thing. Money. Oh, this is a bounty. We have a bounty for this. Die. Die and give me gold. This is the easiest dungeon we've been through so far. Hey, we critted and regained a HP. Nice. Or not an HP. Oh, we got to steal Ignet. Ingot, rather. Let's check. Okay, that was only our first witch. And that is the dungeon. Yes. Oh, we're so close to leveling up. We are so close to leveling up. Collect wages. Let's see. We have 0 supplies, annoyingly enough. But we have enough for, like, something, I'm sure. Paring blade. So we have enough money for that, but we won't have enough money for supply. We'll have enough money for 1 supplies, right? 1 supplies is 15. We do still have dried meat. We can sell stuff. Blacksmith. Weapon. I mean, this is just... yeah, okay, so... Okay, so this gives just... When you click a thing, it looks like it gives it... Oh, omnium crystals are upgrade materials, evidently. So that's why we have not been able to steal those out of the statue yet, because they're actually decent upgrade materials, it looks like. At least tier 2 upgrade materials. So, back over here. We can't get this level because we're not level 5. And I don't believe I saw any more crits. Let's see. Healing spell is interesting, not a bad idea. Yeah, I mean, healing spell, so actually, I take it back, right? So you spend one action, one of your 2 actions. So you're exchanging, let's say, 7 damage to heal 7 damage. And the enemy is probably going to, so if the enemy lasts an extra turn, it's going to automatically deal an extra 7 damage. So I don't know that that's actually worth it. What's the duration though? Is the duration just a cooldown? Because that would be significantly better, because that guarantees that any extra attacks you take don't count. In theory, I hope. I'm just double checking mostly for more crit stuff, and I'm not seeing more crit stuff here. Guild House. -3 quit is not the thing we're looking for. There's our crit. See, I wasn't really thinking about using offensive spells. I was thinking about going, self-buffing route is what I was thinking of. So we haven't done any camping. I don't know if how that works. So don't know if I'm gonna take that just yet. I saw this yesterday. It's only usable with gunpowder weapons. So I mean, one of those things. Maybe we go for a gunslinger build in order to up our crits, but we'll look into it. I'm not sure. All right. So let's see. We did have this, so we could combine random stuff with the catalyst. Let us try that. Oh, okay. So it looks like it is not random or anything like that, or it looks like it's very much, it is what it is. Now, where's Catalyst on the list? Oh, this is Catalyst, right? Oh no, that's Gunpowder. Where's Catalyst? There we go. So that's Soulstone, plus that creates this potion. So we can do that right now. This is... So the Soulstone... What? Isn't the Soulstone just so much better? Because it removes static effects and gives you the spell resistance for a while. Yeah, that does not seem worth it to me. All the herbs. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, this one is 3 sanity, so it upgrades the sanity output. plus 1 SRP, plus 2 S. So that one's better. So I wonder why that one is just plain seems to be worse. Okay, so 2 ores. 2 ores make an ingot. Ingot? Rather, ingot. Okay, so I think this, we are maxed on our inventory. So I do think we are going to come back over here and just put this stuff away. Stash. Stash. I'll keep the stone because that is a consumable that actually works. And I did not see anything right. Not there. There's the swordsmiths. Leather armor. Okay, that's actually... Wait, how much gold do we have? Yeah, okay. So if this is an offhand weapon, it says designed for defense rather than offense. I don't know if that is an offhand weapon or a main hand weapon. I don't know if there's even offhand weapons to begin with. So I don't know whether or not that's worth it. 5 better chance of finding at least 5% ambush chance. Nice. I actually do think I'm going to go ahead and buy this because we have the salted meat. It gives us plus, what you call it, obviously. Character. Equipped. Old vest. Can we sell the old vest? Alright, so there's an accessory, there's a weapon, an accessory, and a sigil. The sigil, I'm guessing, is, for example, this thingy right here. I'm assuming that's a sigil. It doesn't actually say sigil. I'm assuming this is not an accessory, this is actually a weapon, but I don't know for sure. Card shield is probably an accessory. Meh. Alright, we can sell this for 5 gold. Cool. Alright, let's buy ourselves supplies. And we'll gamble with the rest of it. Number 6. Number 6. Number 1, no. Alright. One more time into the void. Into the brink. Into the breach, rather. Alright, up. And immediately. Arcane binding and murder. Doo-doo. So this level is actually smaller than the other one, it looks like. Jar of honey, nice. Yeah, that's great, that's great. Level up. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Plus 1 critical, plus 5 max supplies, plus 2 wages. Very cool. Plus 1 critical, so what are, we're at 10% critical? Okie dokies. Got a zigzag like this, it looks like. A majestic stag. As you rest on the outskirts of a small grove, your attention is suddenly drawn by the rustling of leaves to your right. You turn your head only to see a majestic stag calmly grazing by the little stream, not too far away. The animal seems not to notice you, or, if it does, it doesn't care much for your presence. You cannot deny it is a truly beautiful specimen, and it would be a real shame to do it any harm. All the same, your belly gives a loud gurgle at the thought of all that fresh meat going to waste. Alright, so we do not need any sanity. Assumably leaving it alone gives you sanity. Assumably hunting it down gives you food with the potential of taking damage. It is the more logical thing to murderize this thing right now. But we're going to leave it alone. Yeah, plus 1 sanity, but uncapped on sanity. Despite your hunger, you decide to leave the stag alone, admiring its beauty instead. Your belly is still empty, but your mind finds some consolation in this small act of mercy. All-Seeing Shrine. You find yourself standing in a wide entrance hall of the shrine to the All-Seeing. It's dark. Empty corners are infested with thick cobwebs. An ominous eye mural gazes upon you accusingly from the far wall. So the All-Seeing was actually something from our lore. It seems kind of important. So while I would sooner search the place, because again, we don't really need sanity or HP, I'm going to hope that this has a chance of doing something that is not sanity or HP, and we'll perform the ritual. Oh, plus 10 crit and evasion. It seems whatever power once inhabited this place lingers still. You feel a rush of energy coursing through your body as you utter the last syllables of the ritual. So let's see how long that crit and evasion lasts, because if that's permanent, I am praying to the All-Seeing every single last chance I get. Let's see. This zigzag does not work, so we go down. No, we do not leave. So this is a very... Let's see. Can we go like this? Yes, we can. Okay. So we can salvage this a little bit. You, give me your eyes. We got it. Nice. We finally got the eyes out of the stupid statue. Take that, statue. Mocking me with your dead, empty eyes. Purple eyes. Oh, shoot. Whoopsies. Haha, you missed. Die, die, die. Die, die, die. Oh, our inventory is full. Let's see. Jar of honey. So this is dried meat. This is 20 and 10. Jar of honey is 30 and 15, so we 20 and 10. Alright, there we go. Stoneheart. Revives with full HP. That is pretty killer. Okay. That is killer. Nice. Ancient battlefield. You find yourself standing among the rusted arms and decaying bones of the fallen. It seems to be a remnant of the battlefield. Date and contestants unknown. We are searching the remains. I don't know what we would be searching. Alright, so let's think about this logically. Searching the outskirts. In theory, a general or something like that may be on the outskirts, therefore would give us more. Otherwise, a supply tent or something of the like would also give us more. Now, the question really here is why can't we do both? Huh, game? Game, tell me why I can't do both. Alright, we're searching the remains. We got a paring blade, and now I can find out whether or not the paring blade is... I am overburdened. No! No! I lost my paring blade! You suck! Oh my gosh! Ah! Oh, I am salty. I am so salty right now. Oh my goodness. Freaking. Giggly, heals 40. Is heal 40 better than my potion? No, heal 40 is not better than my potion. It's better than Lee's leaves. Could do that. Could do that. We're not dropping the omnium shards. We're going to, I guess, use the marigold and take the ginkgo leaves. I can't believe I just lost out on the stupid paring dagger. That was obnoxious. I'm not going to get over that. It's wounded me for forever. This game is stupid. I hate this game. Invisibility potion. That seems very useful. I think I bought... Actually, no. Ginkgo leaves are less than... Alright, well, we're using the ginkgo leaves. Fate of the Condemned. Exploring the ruins of an old Imperial outpost, you find yourself in an abandoned prison cell. The faint light coming from a small barred window reveals heaps of trash scattered across the cell floor and skeletal remains of a person huddled in the far corner. As you approach the remains, A ghastly mist rises from the ground. An apparition? And takes a very humanoid form. It reaches towards you with one of its spectral hands, inviting you to touch it. I will touch it. -1 sanity. Nice. You cautiously reach out to touch the apparition's ghastly hand. Where your fingers touch, a sharp, cold sensation enters your body and shakes you to the core. Another's memories flash into your mind's eye. Memories of treachery, torture, and death. Conspiracy in the dark. A betrayal by the one trusted above all. A squadron of Imperial Knights bursting through the wooden door. A cold glint of a torturer's blade. Pain. Lots and lots of it. With a startling cry, you shake out of the spell, bodily upset by the disturbing memory. When you come around, the ghastly apparition is nowhere to be seen. You know, I wish I could at least get a lore fragment for that, like, you know, that would play into the game later. Like, hey, you found out about this event that happened in the past. We will stash... stashing them doesn't do anything. We will eat them now and hope for... Nope, we did not get supplies out of that. Alright, here we go. We lose 1 HP for the last supply we didn't have, but we made it out of the dungeon. And still no siege. Okay. I swear, the game has sieges in it. I swear, that is something that happens in this game. Honest. We're playing on hardcore mode right now. I don't know what to tell you. I did click hardcore mode, right? I'm pretty sure I clicked hardcore mode. Minimum wages. What level are we? Level 3. Okay. Still 2 more levels until we can actually do stuff again. So here's supplies, because we have nothing else to spend our money on, because everything that's good is like 200 plus. We are now going to find something. Yeah, Bone Club. And Bone Club is only marginally better than what we had. Yeah, it doesn't look like Spike Club. Again, 200. Only plus 1 damage though, so I'm not too sad. I want to find a longsword again. And we still haven't completed any of our quests, annoyingly enough. Yeah, I mean, not that we can complete any of these. Oh, that would have been a good one. Actually, yeah, we can do that. We can do that. That is a good quest. So, what are we dropping? Acquire Dock Bomb. Goodbye. Let's do this one. Defeat all enemies on the level. We do that every single time anyway. And where were we on supplies? We have room for 10. So we'd be over by 15. I guess we'll skip it. We have the jar of honey. Alright. Let us see. I'm just looking at the time here. I kind of want to go one more round. Although I'll probably want to go one more round after that. The fact that we haven't seen a siege yet is something that is really bothering me. I kind of wanted to have at least one siege on this stream. But I do have to get stuff done. Got some stuff I gotta get done before dinner, so I guess that's gonna be it for today. I had been hoping that we'd either get through, get to the first boss, rather, get to the Prince of Thieves, or die. Honestly, those were the two things I was hoping for. Either get to the Prince of Thieves or die, or hit the end of the demo. The end of the demo is probably just when we clear out the second grotto, which would be the Prince of Thieves and the Lord of Bones, or whatever the heck his name was. So there's a possibility that Prince of Thieves is level 10 and Lord of Bones is level 20. That is my guess, just based off of general dynamics. Okay, so that evidently lets you I never actually read that tooltip, but evidently it lets you retrain. So, unfortunately, 2 more rounds is going to be too much time for me to get to the Prince of Thieves. So, we will be playing this tomorrow then. Again, I wasn't sure. I did not schedule anything for the coming for tomorrow because I wasn't sure how the streams were going to go today, but I am content enough so far to at least play until the end of the demo, albeit I am not super impressed by the game so far. I'm not sure it's something that I'd feel rewarding to play, that feels rewarding to play. So after we clear the demo out, I may not continue. But that's where we're at right now. So, oh wait, where's my save button? Save? Save? Alright, I'm hoping that it's auto-saving. Alright, well, if it doesn't auto-save, I will cry and not play this game again. So, anyway, I guess you'll find out tomorrow, or later on if I schedule the stream. So, before I do that, so that I don't get very sad on stream, we'll go ahead and sign off. So, if you have been watching, thank you. And, as always, I hope you have a very wonderful day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're in the world. And I will catch you next time.